Hello and welcome to Colors of India, your weekly cultural diary on Rajya Sabha TV. I am Teena. Let's begin the program with glimpses of all the cultural events we've covered for you during the past week. First up on the show today, a high-energy dance production. Next, an artistic response to the conflict and oppression in Afghanistan. And finally, a Kathak recital by Astha Godbole Karlekar. Dance is described as a coherent expression of human feeling. Especially the Indian classical dance forms, with their sheer intricacies, are said to bring about the innermost feelings and emotion, while also depicting the cultural aspects of our age-old civilization. Artists across the world are enchanted by India's rich and diverse heritage. One among them is Malaysian Odissi dancer Ramli Ibrahim. He collaborated with veteran Odissi dancer Guru Bichitranand for a dance production, Odissi on High, that represented a significant India-Malaysia cultural collaboration. Take a look. Renowned Odissi dancer Datuk Ramli Ibrahim and Guru Bichitranand came together to mesmerize dance lovers with their production Odissi on High. The dance production featured stunning performances by dancers of the Sutra Foundation, Malaysia, and Rudraksha Foundation in Odisha. It also explored the evolution of Pallavi, a genre in Odissi repertoire, representing the styles of the pioneer gurus of Odissi, the late Kelucharan Mahapatra and Deb Prasad Das. The central piece, depicting a dancer seeking Lord Krishna, had the audience glued to their seats. The dance reflected the soul's search for ultimate truth.
It is based on the looking at the concept of the Pallavi, how it has evolved from the work of the pioneer gurus, the two great pioneer gurus, Deba Prasad Das and Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra, and from two iconic Pallavis of them, and how they have evolved the Pallavi through their disciple, Guru Bichitrananda and Guru Durga Charananbir, how their Pallavis have kind of contributed more towards the concept laid down by their mentors, and how they have kept the spirit of the legacy of these two gurus.
Their dance showcased the energy and spirit of the two performers, Ramli Ibrahim and Guru Bichitranand. The dance was choreographed in a poetic manner with the help of graphics and lighting effects. Chosen carefully, the graphic elements and lighting effects added a special appeal to the presentation. And of course, the troupe left no stone unturned to impress the audience with their graceful moves.
सीता बीता चोरा
Actually, I first heard the music of Pandit Raghunath Panigrahi, the very music that inspired me to take up Odissi from the Shankarabaranam Pallavi. I find the lyricism, the Tribangi, which is characteristic, prevalent in Odissi, as a very beautiful posture that brings out the image of a temple dancer coming to life.
ओडिसी डांस में जैसे जो बड़ी मोमेंट होता है ना, बहुत ग्रेसफुल और लिरिकल होता है ना, तो इसीलिए वो बहुत अट्रैक्ट करता है. उनका कॉस्ट्यूम भी, ड्रेस, जो साड़ी भी, जो ऑर्नामेंट्स भी, वो बहुत अट्रैक्टिव होता है. और उनका डांस भी बहुत अच्छा है. द वेरी गुड स्टाइल, द बॉडी गोज लाइक दिस. यस.
This creative alliance was organized as part of the Kendra Dance Festival, the 5-day-long series organized by the Shri Ram Bharatiya Kala Kendra. The effort was to synchronize young minds with rich values that derive from our rich culture. Apart from the lyrical moves of Odissi, what attracted people more was the fascinating traditional costumes of the performing artists. Appreciating their costumes, Sri Ram Bharatiya Kala Kendra director Shobha Deepak Singh said, "Most dancers nowadays opt for ready-made costumes, but these costumes adorned by dancers in this production were traditional Odissi dresses, carrying with it the culture and the sentiment of the dance form."
आप जब शो देखेंगी तो जिस तरह से वो कोरियोग्राफ करते हैं, जितने भी लड़के और लड़कियां डांस धोती पहनते हैं, कुछ रेडीमेड नहीं है, वो अपने आप ही टाई करते हैं उसी वक्त. ऐसे नहीं जैसे ओडिसी की कॉस्ट्यूम रेडीमेड होती हैं, वैसे नहीं है. तो एक उनकी कोरियोग्राफी में, एक उनकी सोच में ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो मैं प्रेजेंट करना चाहती हूँ.
To give the audience a totally different viewing experience. Watching Odissi dancers portray sculpturesque poses and performing graceful moves was a delight for the audience present inside the packed auditorium. The performance brimmed with fluidic Odissi movements, lyrical beauty, sculptural sensuality, and deep spirituality with curvaceous movements, sculptured poses, and impeccable rhythm, making it an unforgettable treat for one and all. Well, the title Odissi on High is enough to describe the production. It puts Odissi truly on a high, with two exponents entering into a creative alliance. While Guru Bichitranand is a veteran Odissi performer and choreographer, Ramli Ibrahim is a Malaysian citizen who has a 40-year history of working with Bharatnatyam, Odissi and ballet. The dance production was the coming together of two styles and two very different paramparas. Hope you like this modern touch to the age-old classical form. With that, time for a short break on the program. Lots more lined up for you on the other side. Do stay with us. When we return, we take you to an exhibition of paintings showcasing the remarkable beauty of Afghanistan. Welcome back after the break. Let's now take you to an exhibition of paintings that showcase the remarkable beauty of war-torn Afghanistan. The country has a rich history of arts and culture, music and dance. But precious artworks were destroyed by the Taliban years ago. Rampant violence and bloodshed tore apart the country, leaving it in a very bad shape. That's why there are few or no takers of art in Afghanistan. So at this exhibition held in Delhi, a group of artists from Afghanistan came together to exhibit their works that shows a completely different side of the war-ravaged country. Take a look for yourself. To offer people a glimpse of Afghanistan's rich cultural heritage and art scene, an exhibition titled Afghan Art, a Land in Conflict and Hope, was put up at the India Habitat Centre recently. As the name suggests, most of the paintings at the exhibit showcase the optimistic future of the war-torn neighbouring country. On display were over 40 paintings by 4 Afghan artists: Mohammad Salim Atai, Abdul Fatah Amar, Mohammad Azim Raofi and Mohibullah Atai. Mohammad Salim Atai is the owner of Gallery Nutak in Afghanistan. He picked up the canvas and brush more than a decade ago to earn a living for his family. Before that, he served in the army for a few years. Subsequently, he kept taking up whatever jobs he could find to stay afloat. Today, he has more than 500 paintings to his credit. Most of his paintings are abstract, depicting marketplaces, travelling and lounging men. Atai paints figurative musings which bespeak hope, love and rejuvenation. A self-taught artist, Atai says Afghanistan has many beautiful places and boasts of a rich culture. Unfortunately, all that people know right now is about the war-hit Afghanistan. Through his works, Atai wants Afghan art to reach every corner of the world and make people see the other side of Afghanistan, which has an extremely rich cultural heritage.
ये 4 आर्टिस्ट का एग्ज़िबिशन है। तो दरअसल हमारी जो ये क्यों मैं आया हूँ इंडिया में, इसी वजह से कि दुनिया का टीवी या ख़बरों जो है वो सब जंग, ख़राबा अफ़गानिस्तान और खून खराबा ये सब दिखाने की कोशिश करी। मेरा आइडिया ये है कि मैं इधर आया हूँ कि दुनिया को दिखा दूँ कि अफ़गानिस्तान में आर्टिस्ट लोगों हैं, बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं, झगड़ा नहीं चाहिए, तरक्की चाहिए और खूबसूरत जगह है, उसमें बहुत खूबसूरत जगह है।
Also present at the exhibit in Delhi was Salim Atai's student Faiza Mohammadi. Her miniature paintings also caught the attention of art lovers. Faiza Mohammadi's tryst with painting tools began when she was in the 10th standard. Captivated by Salim Atai's works, Faiza decided to learn the art from him.
हम यहाँ पे जो आप देख रही है, यहाँ पे हम अफ़गानी कल्चर को दिखाने की कोशिश कर रही है और हम भी एक अफ़गानी आर्टिस्ट है और तकरीबन 6 साल हो गए हैं कि हम यही रास्ते में चल रहे हैं, लेकिन 1 साल जो हमारा प्रॉब्लम थी अफ़गानिस्तान से इंडिया आए हैं और हमने यही चाहते हैं कि दोबारा ये काम शुरू कर लें।
Afghanistan's popular game Buzakashi, which means dragging the goat in Persian, also found place at the exhibition. The sport involves ripping a 50 kg goat carcass from the free of horses and dropping it in the circle of justice traced on the ground in line. It is quite popular in northern Afghanistan, where rugged men raise their Buzakashi horses to be warrior princes, ready for the savagery of polo with a headless carcass. The game also has a strong following in Kabul. Despite its rich and ancient art heritage, there are few takers of art in Afghanistan. In fact, all forms of artistic expression were banned in the country between 1996 to 2001 by the Taliban, who destroyed more than 80% of Afghan cultural heritage, from religious relics to film reels. It was only after the fall of the Taliban that the art scene in Afghanistan saw a revival. But the widespread poverty and economic downturn limits artistic opportunities in the country. However, these painters are hopeful that they will be able to show the world a different, beautiful Afghanistan, very different from the images of bloodshed, violence and destruction that narrates the story of their land ravaged by war. This exhibition in Delhi was a joint endeavour by Prabhu Gate, a retired IS officer, and Anita Anand, a development and communications specialist. Both of them are constantly involved in working for the welfare of the people in Afghanistan. We hope you like the work of these Afghan artists and their inspiring stories. On that note, time for another quick break. Still more coming up on the show. Don't go anywhere. On the other side of the break, a Katoch recital. Welcome back once again. Time now for a Katoch recital by Aastha Godbole Karlekar, disciple of Guru Savita Godbole. The dancer enthralled the audience with her skill and agility, taking them on an artistic voyage.
Kathak exponent and theatre artist Aastha Godbole Karlekar put up a delightful performance at the India Habitat Centre in Delhi. The show began with the Shlok Kasturi Tilakam, followed by Teen Tal. The presentation of this piece required dancing with apt abhinay, and the theatre element put in by Aastha made her dancing style different and unique from the others. It had adakari, a speciality of Lucknow gharana, tayyari and strong abhinay. Aastha Godbole Karlekar received her professional training under Guru Shishya Parampara from her mother, the famous Kathak dancer Savita Godbole, the disciple of the Kathak doyen Guru Acharya Lachu Maharaj of Lucknow Gharana. Aastha says she was only 5 years old when she started learning Kathak from her mother, and soon it became her passion. By her devotion, sincere efforts and the rigorous training given to her by her mother, she became a promising artist of the dancing style. It's been more than 3 decades now since she first performed on stage at the age of 8 with her mother and guru Savita Godbole at Bundelkhand Sangeet Samharoh.
I used to watch my mother practicing at home, giving her performances. So that was quite interesting for me. My father was a physician, but he was very much keen towards literature. So I had a perfect combination at home, that a performer and a person with like physician, practicing physician, and a literary, aspect, like the one who appreciates literature and who knows, who reads. So it was all led me to the direction of learning dance. I used to see, and in those old days, we were like, as it happens, you are not allowed to play with the mahalla, children that you will not. So my mother used to take me to the classes, and there that's bol, tukras and everything. I also used to feel like, why I am sitting, I should do something. So slowly it started, and I don't know when it became my passion.
The graceful moves by the Indore-based Kathak exponent seem to have impressed the audience, especially her brilliant footwork, which doubled the charm of her performance. While the accompanying artists, Ustad Shakil Ahmed on tabla, Ustad Nasir Khan on sarangi, and Imran Khan on vocal, added to the exuberance.
I pursue Lucknow Gharana, and I try to, I cannot say I pursue, because it's Gharana is like a style or a form, and I try to maintain the same style of Lachu Maharaji, which I have learned from my guru. I have not seen Lachu Maharaji, so I was not that fortunate, but my guru has taught me his styles, and she added few more from her experience and her knowledge. So I will be trying to explain more what I have learned from my guru.
The central piece was Paramparik Kathak, covering several aspects of Abhinay like the romance between Radha and Krishna, followed by Shiv Parvati Shringar depicting the style of Acharya Lachu Maharaj. While performing this piece, Aastha portrayed some familiar acts of Lord Krishna. She also depicted 3 stages of human life. Aastha's elegant moves stole the hearts of audience. People who were there to watch the show were all praises for her. The Kathak dancer managed to create a memorable evening for everyone.
And time now for our weekly culture calendar, where we tell you all about the significant cultural events taking place in your city. For theatre lovers in Hyderabad, the play Sakha Ram Bindir will be staged at Phoenix Arena, High Tech City, 8 p.m. on 19th of May. In Mumbai, an event Art, the Joy Show, will be held at St. Andrew's Auditorium, Bandra West, 6 p.m. on 17th of May. In Bengaluru, Kannada play Gathi will be staged at Ranga Shankara, JP Nagar, 7:30 p.m. on 17th of May. Music lovers in Ahmedabad can enjoy a Lakshmikant Pyarelal live in concert at Kavi Ramesh Parekh Rang Darshan, Rajkot, 7 p.m. on 18th of May. And in Delhi, Bharatnatyam production Stree Shriya Shakti Samharani is scheduled to be held at the India Habitat Centre, Lodi Road, 7 p.m. on the 14th of May. You can also send us details of upcoming cultural events in your city. You can write to us on sabrang.rstv@gmail.com. So that's it from us this week on Colours of India. Hope you liked the episode today and do send us your feedback and suggestions about our program. We'll be back same time next week with more on the cultural front. Until then, take good care of yourself. It's a goodbye from the entire team.
पानी की संगीनी रे बेणु पानी की